first year in real estate, all I was doing was fixing and flipping. And the very first house that I bought, I stuck a for sale by owner sign in the front yard, and I tried to sell it. I called up all the people that I knew that was in the business that were other fix and flippers and said, hey, come give me a cash offer, because I thought that's how you sold it. And I absolutely got kicked in my teeth with the offers that came through. And I was spending a lot of time showing this house to people, and I was spending my own marketing dollars because I was sending out mailers to my community, the community around this house. I took an ad out in a magazine, and I was like, man, this really sucks. Long story short, my first fix and flip, it took me almost 15 years to sell. I didn't sell it right away. I ended up moving into it because I made all the mistakes. And someone gave me some really good advice and said, hey, why don't you focus on finding deals and fixing them up and let the real estate agents sell them for you? And I said, well, what do you mean? They said, look, real estate agents spend money, marketing money every single minute to bring buyers in and try to sell houses. Let them go out and show houses. Don't you take the time away from going to Home Depot and working with the contractors and doing that kind of stuff when you can allow the agents to show their houses. I was like, makes sense. So from that point forward, I started using real estate agents to help sell my fix and flips. And as I was doing that, I started asking them, hey, do you know of any good fix and flips? And the one would say, hey, here's a condo. All right, I remember I bought a condo and I made like $40,000 on that condo. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I didn't have to find it. Someone else found it for me. I didn't have to list it. I didn't have to spend my marketing dollars. I let someone else do it. What started happening was I was growing into a real business over just kind of doing this on my own. I was delegating out things to people that were really, really good. From that point forward, after my first year, I did roll into the wholesale world. And I said, okay, cool. If real estate agents can go out and find me deals, I can turn around and re-wholesale them. And so what they would do is they would bring me deals. I would put those properties under contract, and I would make a choice if I was going to fix and flip this or I was going to wholesale. So first thing I would do is I'd put it out to my wholesale group. Someone wanted to buy that property, I would sell it as is. If no one wanted to buy it, I would close it and I would fix and flip it. And that involved and became my model of buying and selling houses, 50% wholesale, 50% fix and flip. And I continue to keep doing that for many years. And then unfortunately, the market took a big tank. It started crumbling around 2006, 2007, and was in a really tough spot in 2008. Yeah. And so I adjusted what I was doing. I then started going down to the trustee sale and I was buying property. In those days, I would buy 5 properties a day and I would turn around and resell 5 properties a day. I was doing that 5 days a week. So that was doing about 25 properties a week, which averaged me out about 1,000 deals a year.
Just hearing those numbers is just like insane.
And you're right, it's completely insane. And most people say that's impossible. How could you do that? As a single person, there's no way that I could do that. How did I do that? I delegated the sales process out to real estate agents. I usually could sell maybe 1 or 2 properties on my own to my contacts. Well, those other 3 or 4 properties, I still needed to sell them because I needed that money so I could use that money to buy properties in 2 days. I had about 3 or 4 days worth of reserves that I could buy property. So Monday's money, I would use that again on Wednesday or Thursday, right? Because I had to keep rolling the money for the next deal. So what did I do? Let's say I reached out to 10 real estate agents and said, hey, I just bought this property at trustee sale. It's a really good deal. Who do you have? And those 10 real estate agents would then turn around and reach out to 10 of their buyers. Now, all of a sudden, within a matter of minutes, my property just went out to over 100 buyers. And then I go to the next 10. And, now my properties were getting out there to thousands and thousands of people by other people doing the work for me. So back in those days, properties were cheap. If I could wholesale a property for $50,000, I would wholesale it for $47,500.
Wow.
Why would I sell it for $2,500 less than I normally could? It's because I gave that $2,500 to the real estate agents or to the real estate investors that would bring me buyers. And I constantly was focusing on is how can I make the people that are bringing me buyers more money? And that's what was my drive to keep buying more and more properties. Yeah, was I making money? Yes, but my focus was how could I make my real estate agents, my investors, the people that were around me more money, or the guys that were buying direct fix and flips from me. I always wanted to make them more money, which meant I had to buy better deals and, better margins.
Yeah, and I think you structured it where it's a win for you, win for the seller, and win for the agent, which a win all the way around. Everyone benefits. I
100%.
realtors is using realtors is so undervalued because they are paid by commission, so they're already known that, okay, I gotta work in order to make money, so they're already conditioned that I gotta put in the efforts, I gotta make this happen. That's why they're so incentivized into helping out investors as well. I actually bought a deal off of a realtor, a pocket listing, because I work in the Keller Williams office and I know him by building, just networking and building relationships. I was able to buy a property 60% of the ARV. And that's just the beauty of it. Like when you network with people, even realtors, there's deals coming everywhere, just taking action. So
100%.
yeah.
So a deal that we just closed on Friday and closed on time, even in what's going on with the crazy market, that deal originated from a real estate agent. The real estate agent lived across the street. The people unfortunately had to go into a nursing home, and they said, Paul, go sell our house. And Paul said, I can sell your house, but I can't list it because of the condition of the property.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't in bad, like it wasn't like you threw up when you walked in, but it was completely outdated. They were the original owners, and everything was original. And the high dollar amounts that we're getting in that neighborhood were for things that were totally remodeled. So I was able to go in and I was able to buy that property for $300,000 from them. And that was a good deal for them.